Hello everyone. Now let's continue discussing about function. This time we'll be talking about function with with the return value. So last time in the previous discussion we have a demonstration on the implementation of function with no return value. So this is the code, and this time we are going to edit this one in such a way that it would be implemented using the function with return value. Okay, so in the first thing to remember about implementing function with return value is that we will no longer use the word void. Okay, so since this function returns an integer, then we have to put int and then or the data type and then followed by the name of the function. Okay, let's say we have int and then add. And another thing to remember is you have to return the result to the main function. So let's say we have here return. So what are we going to return? It's the sum. So we have to write sum here. Now, if you are to return the value to the main function, then you have to declare or use another identifier that would store the return value. For instance, we have here, let's say we have here add one. So add one will receive or will store the return value from the function add. So we have to write add one. Now the next thing to do is we can move this one. We can transfer this one. So the printing of the result will be done within the main function. So we're gonna put here print the sum is, and then the variable that keeps the result of the return value, which is add one. Okay, that's it. So here the result sum is returned to the main function, and then the receiving identifier is add one, and that's the time that when you print the result, then you have to call add one here. Okay, so let's try to comment this first, and so with this one here to test whether our function is doing well. Okay, so far there is no error. Let's say 10, and then the second number is also 10. Let us see if the result will be printed on screen. Okay, the sum is 20. So it means to say that we successfully return the sum to the main function and then print it out using the another identifier that stores the result, which is add one. So that's how we implement the function with return value. Okay, let's try the product. So this same procedure will happen in the prod function. First is we remove the void and replace it with the data type of this specific function. And then another one is we're going to move this one. Okay, write return and then the product, return product, which means the result would be pass to will return to the main function. And then after that one is we'll try to remove this and transfer somewhere here. And then we're going to declare another identifier for the product, the result of the product. Let's say we have prod 1, and then that will receive the result somewhere here in the product function. So we can have this one, prod 1 here, and then place the result here and display the result somewhere here. Let's try to check. Oh, there is an error. The product is okay. So I have here the product is, so I forgot to put here prod 1, which is already no longer a product variable. Let's try to check. Okay, it's working. Okay, the sum is 20, and then it asks another one since it invokes the second function, which is the product. Let's say we have here 20, and then the second number is 2, so the product is 40. Now we can have here also print, like put printf and then the \n, so that it would not append to the next or to the last message. Okay, 2, 3, the sum is 5. Enter the first number. We have 3 and 2. The product is 6. So that's it. That's how you implement function with return value. So always remember to put the data type here instead of void and the return. You are going to return the result to the main function, and make sure also that you have another identifier that receives the result here in the main function, just like what we have here, add 1 and product 1, and then display the result.